You know, the one thing about elementary school is that you don't really realize all the weird and questionable things that you're doing in the moment, and then you look back and you're like, oh, why did I do that? So today I thought it would be a good idea to look at some of my old elementary school work. Fair warning, all of this work that I'm showing is really old and it's probably really bad. I'm just gonna be looking at this in a random order. I'm too tired to plan everything out. I just want to look at my old work and laugh at it. So starting off, we have the European hare. Location: they live in Asia, northern Spain to southern Scandinavia, Eastern Europe, northern parts of Western and Central Asia, extend to Siberia, been introduced to North America, South America, Australia, islands of New Zealand, South Pacific coast of Russia, and some Mediterranean islands. This is just giving me a big old headache. There's no breaks really in this. There's so much information packed into this one little sentence, if you can even call it that. It looks like a paragraph. It should have been split up into multiple sentences. I don't know why we did this, but you know, it's whatever. Special features: 24 to 80 inches, 60 to 70 centimeters in length. Adult European hares are 8.4 pounds. They can run up to 70 kilometers, 43 miles. Their tail length is 7.2 to 11 centimeters, 4.3 inches, and their body mass is 3 to 5 kilograms. Food and diet: they eat wild grasses, twigs, bark, herbs, field crops, buds, shrub bark, small trees, and young fruit trees. They are herbivores. They don't eat carrots unless they are pets or they are too hungry and are starving. Life cycle: adult European hares normally live for 3 to 4 years. Their family is... I don't know how to pronounce that word, it looks real complicated. Female European hare's breeding season is from January to August. They are born alive from their parents. Wow, I never expected that. Interesting facts: their scientific name is... No, I'm not saying that either. Another name for them is the brown hare. Lepus, I don't know if that's how you say it, I'm gonna say lepus, means hare in Latin. The European hare is one of the largest hares. The European hare is one of the largest hare species in the world. The European hare is listed as being least concerned by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. No, I'm not watching this video. I got other things to do. That was okay. That was not actually that bad. It's better than a lot of stuff. Oh my god. I remember taking this photo. It was so bad. I was smiling at nothing. It was a green screen and... Wow, this is creepy. Turtles. Do you know a slow reptile that lives on land and the sea? It's turtles. They are fascinating to look at. I mean, just look at their hard shell. They're also very interesting to see because it's kind of cool to see a small animal since we usually see big animals. However, there's so much more to learn about turtles. Now, it sounds like an advertisement. I mean, it's an advertisement for turtles. They're also very interesting to see because it's kind of cool. What do you mean by kind of cool? Yeah, that was not good, but you know, it's okay, it's whatever. Do you know where turtles live? Well, they live in the Gulf of Mexico, the Atlantic, Indian, and the Pacific Ocean. However, some live in Central America. When female turtles give birth, they nest their eggs near the tropical and subtropical beaches. Turtles mostly hang out near the warm, balmy waters of tropical places because they feel relaxed. Turtles live alone due to the fact that they want their own space. There are 6 species of turtles that live in the US. One can be found in the western Indo-Pacific. Wow, that was so informative. I love that. Honestly, that was not that bad. That was not that bad. So you might be thinking what turtles eat. No, not. Well, they eat melon, berries, tomato, and greens. They're... what? They are, however, food... Oh, okay. They're food... What? They're, however, food for tiger sharks. That was a really poorly worded sentence. That makes life a lot more challenging, but they can still survive if they be careful and look everywhere around their surroundings so they know what's around them. What happened in that sentence? That was so bad. They can still survive if they be careful. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. I also repeated around 2 times in a row there. I don't... See, here's the thing. I don't like when words are repeated twice in a sentence unless it's actually needed. So I definitely could have changed the wording up there, but you know, where was my mind? It also makes finding food extremely hard too. See, I didn't need to add the 2 at the end there, but because I was so extra, I added 2. Bad idea. They find their food mostly in water, but some find it on land. Wow, who would have thought? The food they eat has to contain protein so they can grow stronger and healthier. Wow, amazing. Like humans, for real. However, you can't feed turtles food with dairy, because they can't digest dairy properly. They also eat seaweed and jellyfish. Adult turtles mostly eat cooked meat, insects, cooked eggs, leafy veggies, and flowers. Here's the thing, how do you find cooked meat and cooked eggs for them? Unless you're feeding them. Now, you might be thinking, what turtles look like? I already know what a turtle looks like. I don't need to be told what they look like, okay? Well, I've got you covered with these facts about how turtles look like. When turtles are young, they are 6 to 7.2 feet and 3.4 to 5.8 ounces. When they're older, and possibly an adult, wow, who would have thought when they get older they become an adult? Not me, I couldn't have ever expected that. They are 550 to 1,500 pounds and over 2.4 to 3.1 inches. For protection, they have a hard... Oh, I just messed that sentence up. For protection, they have hard, rough shells to cover them and hide themselves. Their greenish-brown color helps them to camouflage with their environment from predators. Why did this woman are there? They have strong jaws and claws to defend from predators. The shape of their shell and flippers help them move in water and swim away from predators. You notice how I just ended the past 3 sentences in predators? What is my deal tonight? Turtle's nickname is... I'm not saying that, because scientists gave them the name. I really just said all scientists are just one big thing called scientists. Groundbreaking information here, guys. I believe you know how humans and other animals are born, but turtles are born a little differently. They are born in eggs. I'm pretty sure there's many other animals that are born in eggs, so doesn't really make them unique. Why did I word it like this? It's so bad. They hatch in the summer because it's much warmer than the other seasons. Female turtles nest their eggs in sand and cover them so predators don't attack and eat the eggs. However, they don't hatch right away. It takes a couple of weeks to hatch one egg. See, I don't know a lot about turtles, but what I do know is that it takes a while for eggs to hatch. You know how? Minecraft. But jokes aside, I actually learned this from Minecraft. Minecraft education, y'all. Who still remembers that? Turtles belong in the oldest reptile group in the entire world. That makes them quite old animals. I probably added that sentence at the end just to make this paragraph longer. I mean, when has anyone ever not done that? I think everybody, at least at one point, has just kind of added on sentences to make things longer, and so, you know, they can get a better grade on their assignment. I've done that a lot. Well, I've learned a lot about turtles. I wish I could see turtles in real life. Maybe I should go and travel to where turtles live. It's been many years. I still haven't seen a turtle in real life, but you know what? It's okay. I've learned that turtles have more than just slow legs. I also learned they can't eat any dairy. They have over 50 bones in their bodies. The oldest turtle lived to 188 years old. They are very old animals. Finally, I learned that there are over 7 species of turtles out in the world. Hopefully next time I can improve my facts about turtles. You're not writing another paper on turtles again. So, what is my review of this paper? I give it C+. It's so weirdly worded and it's just so bad. Oh, yeah. Reptiles. Now, this project was a group project, so I was not the only one working on this. I still remember this, just kind of vaguely. I don't remember it entirely, probably for the best, but you know, the opening image is good. So yeah, let's see what trash is in here. Cold blood. Reptiles are cold-blooded animals. Body temperature changes along with external temperature. They raise their body temperature by laying in the sun, or they can lower it by crawling in the shade. Body temperature changes to the temperature of its surroundings. Okay, I feel like that fact was just a repeat of the previous 2 facts, but that's whatever. Cold-blooded animals live in warm temperatures. Good to know. Eggs. Okay, this slide was so poorly designed. First of all, that image is... it's not the best image out there. I don't think it's the best image out there, at least. There are probably better images, but we chose this one because... why? Also, the text, the color, it's washed out. Like, you can't see it. And it's really hard to read, so yeah. Anyways, all reptiles have eggs. Nearly all reptiles lay shelled eggs. Some reptiles do not lay eggs. Alligators lay the biggest eggs, and it takes 4 to 8 weeks to hatch an egg. Scales. Another kind of hard one to read. I mean, this is not as bad as that last one. Scales. Reptiles have scales all over their bodies in different colors, made of alpha and beta keratin. Protect from injuries. Dry and waterproof scales. Prevent from losing water. Help climb trees. Wow, very informative. I love that. Lungs. Reptiles have lungs. A snake lungs are blue. A snake lungs are blue. That's peak English right there. Use lungs to breath. Use lungs to breath. No. I know a lot of people that mix up breathe and breath all the time, so I mean, it's kind of inevitable that, you know, it would pop up here. But still, every time I see it, it makes me feel something on the inside. I feel angry when I see that. More efficient than amphibian lungs. Subchamber leads to the lungs. This slide is probably up there with that other slide about the egg. This is so bad. Four-legged vertebrates. All reptiles are four-legged, located along their leg, which is their own leg. Used the wrong there. Twice. Stream set me free. Paw Bear. I didn't even finish this one. You know what? That's fine. Mom, I said frantically. Have you seen Paw Bear? No, she replied. I shrugged and thought about where I would go if I was Papa Bear. I was only 4. Good to know, good to know. Ask Blanket. Ask Blanket. Blanket said nothing. Remind that Papa Bear. Remind that Paw Bear is good friend. Looking in the living room. Look under couch. Look behind couch. Only found old popcorn and a nickel. Is that how you spell nickel? So, turns out I spelled nickel wrong in this. That's lovely. Looking in the closet. Look behind shoes. Look in drawer. Look under bed. Why is there a bed in the closet? You know what? I'm not gonna question it. You know, some people probably like sleeping in closets anyway. Nice and enclosed and small. Just how we like it. Found nothing. No wonder. After I calmed down, I gave my mom a hug and another hug. Should have just stuck to the hug. Then I hugged Paw Bear. Why are you hugging everyone? What did you do? I promised to put you in a safe place from now on. I whispered to Paw Bear. At that moment, I thought I saw a twinkle in his eye. Wait, is Paw Bear just... Oh, Paw Bear is like a stuffed animal? I don't really get the context. I couldn't even finish that last bit. I don't know the context anymore. Maybe it was there at one point, but like now it's gone, so yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The best food ever. Sandwiches are definitely the best food in the universe. Why? Well, sandwiches are easy to make, have lots of varieties, and they're portable. First, I'll explain how and why sandwiches are easy to make. When making sandwiches, you will almost always use bread. Unless you're like KFC, you use like 2 fried chicken and then you just put everything else in the middle. That's disgusting, by the way. The most basic ingredients are lettuce, tomato, cheese, and some sort of meat, and any condiments. So what about the peanut butter jelly sandwich, huh? Usually, all the ingredients in order to make a sandwich are at your local grocery store. True, I didn't lie there. You can also find the ingredients online for sale. It is also very inexpensive, making it very affordable to lots of people. Why did I add the A there? It's not needed. Overall, so far, this is turning out okay. Not bad. I mean, I'm not gonna judge the topic, obviously. I'm just judging it based off how well my argument is. So yeah, it's not bad. It's better than the other stuff for sure. Second, I will explain why they are so versatile. Sandwiches can be made with anything. To name a few ingredients, you can... I already named ingredients in the first paragraph. Why am I doing it again? To name a few ingredients, you can use, come on. You use eggs, fish, veggies, and meat. Or meat, come on. You can customize it to your own preference. You can mix unhealthy and healthy ingredients to make a dinner that isn't bad for you, but is also very filling and nutritious. Who said sandwiches could be only for dinner? I thought most people ate sandwiches, like, for lunch or something. What's happening? You can customize it with your favorite ingredients and foods. You can also make them to how your family likes them. Making sandwiches can also be something your family does during holidays, or can be an activity to do with your friends. I don't think anybody is doing that with your friends. I think you're just doing that on your own for yourself. Unless you have some very dedicated friends. But like, who would actually do that as a fun activity? Not me. I would rather bake or something. Sandwiches are like the most basic of all basic foods. Making them can be a way to show everyone you know that you have lots of creativity, and of course, they're super delicious and very tasty and can feed entire families depending on how many you make for your friends and family. When did the friends come in? This second paragraph definitely took it down a little bit. There's some parts that are very poorly written, unfortunately. Finally, I'll tell you my third and final reason why sandwiches are the best food ever. Sometimes when people are driving, they wish they could just eat while driving. Unfortunately, it isn't possible for people can't eat every... I should have added a comment there, but... For people can't eat every food while driving, or else... Why did I add a comment there, though? Or else they will either crash or not make it to their destination in time. It's possible. I don't know why I implied that it's not possible. It's definitely possible. Luckily, sandwiches are portable food. Wow. That was bad. Portable means something that can be transported from one place to another. I think everyone knows what portable means. I don't think you need to explain it. Sandwiches are light, so that means anyone can hold and eat them very easily. They are also not very big, depending on the size of the sandwich that you're eating. I'm just thinking about, like, tasty videos and, like, make it big. Oh, definitely. Very small. You can totally eat that in the car. I mean, that's not what I was thinking about, but it's just kind of funny thinking about that. In conclusion, I hope this has convinced you that sandwiches are the best food in the universe. No, it's not convinced me. Sandwiches are great, but there's better food out there, so yeah. But that wasn't terrible. Am I lying to myself? Yeah. Now this one's gonna be really short because there's not a whole lot here. Essay. Do you ever wish you could discover something? Well, for these people that... Yeah, just to end it there, let me check. Actually, I can't even check anymore. Is it here? Here's the thing. This was like during lockdown, okay? This is when lockdown just hit. And I'm assuming that I just gave up on this like as soon as I started it, which is unsurprising. I think for a lot of people, we all just kind of stopped doing our assignments because we kind of knew our teachers wouldn't grade them, or they couldn't actually see them because the technology, no one was prepared. Everyone thought it was gonna be like 2 weeks or something, but it ended up being like many years. So yeah, but it's kind of sad that I didn't get to finish this because now I can't roast it. In its entirety. But what I can roast is how short it is. Like, it's not even like 2 sentences long. It's a question and then a unfinished sentence really funny. Anyway, that takes us to the last thing on our list today. Astronauts. When you're a child, you might have wanted to be an astronaut, but if you really were one, you may regret being one. But it's worth being an astronaut because it'll be a life-changing experience. I just flip-flopped my emotions there. I implied you may regret it, and then I put it might be life-changing. Pick a lane and stick with it. To begin, one of the hardest things about being an astronaut is training. You have to be trained for hundreds of hours. Make that many thousand. In fact, probably more than 1,000 actually, I don't know. I don't know how it works, but it's definitely more than hundreds of hours. You're trained in many things like how to keep yourself healthy. What? Why is that a point that I made? I think everybody is told to be healthy. I don't think it's just astronauts. You even have to learn about how to scuba dive. Is that actually true? Let me look that up. Oh, so it is kind of a thing. Wow. I thought that was just something I made up, but actually, I'm impressed. I somehow managed to not come away with some false information. Very good. You also have to learn how to fly. Okay. In addition, astronauts' bodies change in space. They would feel weightless when they move around. Their blood flows very unevenly. It flows to their head instead of their legs, which makes their legs skinnier and their neck and head bigger. Their muscles get very weak, but they exercise to keep themselves strong. On the good side, it's rewarding being an astronaut because you can see beautiful views of Earth and other things in space. It's also quite fun to float around in space. This is a very half-baked sentence. Actually, no, this is not one sentence. This is two sentences. This is a very half-baked mini paragraph I have here. There's a lot more points I can add here, like discovering new things and, you know, a lot of stuff like that. But, you know, I just decided beautiful views. It's definitely not why they go on, you know, space missions. But, I mean, it could be a part of it. I don't know. I'm not an astronaut. In conclusion, even though it may seem hard to be an astronaut at first, being an astronaut is worth it at the end of your journey to space. Absolutely beautifully worded there. Wow. My Grammarly is just pulling up a bunch of recommendations. So yeah, with that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me kind of lose my mind reading all of my very old, poorly written elementary school work. You know, it's just kind of nostalgic and fun to look back at some of my old work. I don't know how I let myself get away with this type of work back then, but, you know, those times were different, and, you know, it was just kind of fun looking back at all my cringy work and seeing how much I've changed in my writing style and things like that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications and leave a comment down below on what your favorite part of this video was. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!